What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nat Family Racing. We finally got a nice warm day on our hands, so we're gonna take this, roll it out, get cleaned up the rest of the way. As you can see, the hood's still pretty muddy along with the frame and the rest of the chassis. So we're gonna give it a good spray out, and then we'll get it back in here, get it jacked up, and I think we're gonna start tearing it apart today. All right, now that we got the car out here, give it a once over. So now that we got the belts unlatched from everything and kind of just hanging out, got my seat cover out, we're just gonna start putting product on the car and get this thing back right. So today our two main ingredients, it's gonna be our off-road wash, and then for under the hood, we're going with the good old degreaser. So I'll start getting that loaded up in the foam can now. Cleaned out like that. So what I like about this foam cannon, it takes all the guesswork out of it. It has a fill line, that's how much soap you need. And then it's got a line above it, that's how much water you add to it. So it tells you the exact cut that you're gonna have to have. It doesn't seem like much, but I tell you, a little goes a long way. All right, let's go get this hose put on. Now we'll just kind of let it sit for a little bit. I mean, you can already hopefully tell how much it's already eat off the mud on this back quarter panel over here. And I laid it on a little thicker than usual just because I've let that red clay stain sit there for a while. But I mean, even if I don't let it sit for a really long time, once you take the water it does a really good job of loosening up all the mud that's on there. And I'll probably have to hit right here with maybe one more pass just because how long I let it sit there. It stained the white a little bit, but I mean, it got all of it off of right there on the rockers. Only left a little bit right down here on the corner. Everywhere else, I mean, it's pulling it off. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nat Family Racing. We've had a small adjustment in the plan. To be honest, I've gone full off-season mode, where I just been taking a little bit more time for me instead of the hustle and bustle of getting the car ready to go to the racetrack. Me and the wife got up, slept in a little bit today, got up, walked up to Main Street, went to an apple festival that was going on up there, enjoyed some time up there, got some fresh handmade donuts and some apple cider. Came back, that's when I pulled the car out and washed it. The wash did great. There's a couple of red stain spots where honestly I'll probably have to paint over just because how long I let it sit on there, which partially my fault, partially just it being too cold for me to go out there and wash it. But yeah, I hadn't touched it again since I kind of got it up into the shop. Some things around the house that need to be done that I've been somewhat neglecting just with the amount of time that I was putting into here. And you know, the wife has been pretty generous about me not getting on the things right away because she knows that I had to put pretty much all my spare time, energy, and effort into getting this thing to the racetrack. But now that that's last season's problems, I got the chance to kind of catch up on some stuff and make good on some promises that I made, and just hang out with her a little bit more. With that, I was able to get up to the parts house today, and I went in with a list of things that I'd like to get onto the car before we roll out for next season, and so I got the prices for those. But yeah, so with all that, remember to buy stickers. $10 for the Carolina Strong and $5 for the KFR Racing OG logo ones. But we got some really cool stuff coming up a little bit later in the off season, when the off season really kind of kicks in. I'd say through December, January. That's when I'm assuming we're going to be able to really get into some really cool stuff. Before then, like I said, I'm just kind of in off-season mode right now, so I'm gonna get back in the gym regularly, because I haven't been able to go as often as I'd like to, or I should. But we're going to get the car jacked up. We're gonna get the front end tore apart, and we're gonna go through it, and it's pretty much a priority first type situation. So I have the list of things that I want to go through completely and redo or update, but I need to go through this first and figure out what immediately needs to happen. And I don't think I know. One of the first things is going to be that loader knuckle. We do have one already. The one that we got from the junkyard came, I think I got it Thursday before we left Friday to go to the race. And the one that I got, the wheel bearing inside of it is bad shape. So I do have to press that out and get a new wheel bearing and press that in. And the loader knuckle side of what's wrong will be fixed. And that's, you know, we got the loader knuckle on an absolute bargain. So that fix that should have been $500 is now going to come out to probably closer to $100, $80, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't really like talking about how much things are going to cost me on here, because it's like the reverse of pocket watching. Like I everything I spend on this, it is saved money. It's money that's put aside. I promise you, I'm not a exorbitantly wealthy man who can just flaunt how much money they throw at their hobbies. I try to be as humble as possible with it, because I do know how hard that me and my wife both work. Like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. So I know how hard both of us work for me to be able to do this. So I don't really like talking about money a lot, if that makes sense. But we, you know, $80 is $80. That's no slouch. But when you hold $80 up next to $500, that's a big win. And I'm a big coupon and sales out guy, so I kind of look at that as I got race car parts on sale there. But other than that, we're gonna have to order some more rivets, because I think my box is about out. I definitely still have some. I don't have enough to rehang everything that we popped out. So that's on the to get list. Yeah, we've just got a long off season. There's going to be some lulls. So in the off season, I may supplement some of this content with just taking you guys with me to go do something else. And then try to sprinkle some race car stuff in there. I'm on the fence right now whether I'm going to Charlotte for the Short Track World Championship, just as a fan. I believe I have one of my buddies from Alabama who's going to take his late model up there. So we might go up there just to see him and check that out. But I'm not sure, because I am trying to go up to Charlotte for when the World of Outlaws go there for the World of Outlaws finale. I'll get to see the sprint cars and the late models. And as some of you guys may know, my entire upbringing had been sprint cars. My grandfather, that's what he raced. And that's all I've known is open wheel stuff until I kind of dove into all forms of racing, and then I became kind of a big late model guy. I still love sprint cars. Sprint cars will be one of the coolest things ever for my entire life. Love to see them. Anytime I get to go see them, I'll go see them. But sprint cars aren't really that prominent in North Carolina. So if I want to see him, I've got to go north or south to kind of really go see him, but mostly I have to go west. So it'll be cool to see the sprint cars out there, see a lot of family friends who are still in the business, and also it'll be my first time getting to see the World of Outlaws late models in person. So a lot to kind of go over there. Either way, if I go to the track, I'll bring this with me and cut up some film, maybe take this and go talk to some drivers or some teams or something like that and make some weird content like that or something. But yeah, so I didn't wash the front bumper, and that's because that front bumper I don't believe is going to be with us next season. We were shaving it down pretty good, and it's not the correct bumper to go with the car anyways. So if we're gonna have the wrong bumper on it, we're gonna have a cool wrong bumper, and that's kind of the plan. So this was just a video to kind of let you guys know what it looks like going forward. And I am on call with my job for the entirety of next week. I'll get off on Monday, so there probably won't be a whole bunch between now and Monday of me like really diving into stuff. I do have, I met somebody through social media who actually races one of these, and they do it big time. They've been running one of these hatchback Fords for years. Like they have the full sheet metal body, the decked inside. Their car blows mine away. They've got the tuned computer, track championships. It's the real deal. And he is from the Midwest, the Ohio-ish area. And he's shared with me a few of his setup secrets. I kind of picked his brain. I told him I didn't want to take all his speed secrets, but anything to kind of help me get this to where I need to be. So we might start moving things around on the car, and that'll be a easy video to make. Just most of it is stagger, backspace placement, things like that. But yeah, with that, I'll see you guys next time.